All right, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I hope you all are having a fabulous Wellness Wednesday today. Here in Michigan, it's kind of gloomy, but not really gloomy. We got a little bit of sunshine trying to peek through, but I hope you all are having a wonderful afternoon. I did say I was going to hop on live for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes today or on Wednesdays just to give a wellness tip. So today is definitely Wellness Wednesday. And remember, we are all about self-care, self-love, empowerment, encouragement, and inspiration. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you're watching this as a replay, make sure you put in the comments wellness. If you're watching this as a replay, make sure you put in the comments wellness. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Andrea B. I am the founder and CEO of Healing Through Vulnerability, which is a mental health and wellness brand started during my own mental health crisis. I'm an empowerment strategist. I'm a mental health and wellness advocate. I'm also a published author. I'm not a coach. I'm not a licensed therapist yet. But I am someone who has struggled with mental health. I'm also a motivational speaker. So I just wanted to come on here. I think it's important that we talk about wellness. Wellness is super important to your self-care. It's very important to your mental health. I know in the first quarter, I've always discussed about how we should focus on our mental health. But we eventually have to start integrating other tools to assist to make sure our mental health stays stable, make sure our mental health stays strong. And so some of those tools and resources could include diet, could include working out, could include just doing 5 minutes walking around your complex or in your driveway or on the street or on the treadmill. So we have to start incorporating more things. So as I go along with Wellness Wednesdays, every Wednesday, sometime around 12, because I may go earlier, I may go a little bit later, just depends on the day. But we're going to start incorporating more and more tips. So I won't be always sitting at the desk. I'm going to get out here and do some wellness things with you. But I wanted to kick off this Wellness Wednesday with I've been hearing this a lot, and I heard this a lot at the symposium I went to, where sometimes women have not realized what their worth is. They haven't realized that they are enough just the way they are. And so my wellness tip for today is I want you to take a moment, whether it's on your job, on your lunch break, which should be about now unless you take a later lunch, or when you get home this evening and you're winding down, you're taking your shower, you're washing your face. I want you to take a extra step. I want you to get in front of the mirror naked, and I want you to point out one thing that you like about yourself. Today's wellness tip is to be kind to yourself. Say one nice thing about yourself. I think we need to start there. If we don't learn to love and appreciate ourselves, then how can we expect other people to love and appreciate us? So I want you to take things a little bit further in your routine. It doesn't even have to be tonight. If you're not comfortable tonight, try it tomorrow. But I want us to start getting a little bit more comfortable in our routines. And I want you to take it a step further. I want you to get naked in front of the mirror, whether it's after your shower or before your shower. Maybe you need to do it before your shower because the shower is calming. Like for me, the shower is a stress reliever. Taking a bath sometimes is a major stress reliever. So if you're ever to take a bath, and you should incorporate a bath at least 2 times a week if you're able to. But I want you to take time to stand in front of the mirror naked and point out one thing that you like about yourself. Don't point out your flaws. Don't squeeze any skin that may not be tight and muscled. Don't point out how you need your eyebrows done. Like me, I need my eyebrows done. Don't point out any blemishes on your skin. I want you to say one nice thing about yourself. It takes very little to be kind to yourself. Let me say that again. It takes very little to be kind to yourself. Not to other people. We can always be kind some kind of way to other people. But if we treat ourselves like crap, how can we expect the same thing from other people? Now, mind you, people won't always, not everyone is going to love you. They're not always going to like you. They're not always going to appreciate who you are or what you have to contribute. So remember Monday we talked about our expectations. Our expectation is we can't expect ourselves to show up in other people. It's just not conducive to life. Not everybody's gonna like you, and the ones that like you may be a little jealous of you. They may, pretend to like you. With Coach T and Miss Megan talked about this on their live last night. Because someone asked a question about what do you do if someone blocks you. Well, sweetie, they probably have blocked you because you shining too bright. They're a little jealous of you because you have the knowledge that they are unable to obtain. They either don't have the skill or the opportunity or the tenacity to keep going to get the information that's required. They don't have the will to make the investment to find out how to get this information. Some people who don't want to do the work like to pick your brain for free. But you have to protect your own peace. You have to protect your own asset, which is your mind and your knowledge. I have always had a rule where I will go to school first to find out my own information, or I will research to death to find out my own information before I rely on other people, because you can't get very far relying on other people and their knowledge because they may not be as knowledgeable as you think. Coach T made this reference about a previous student who wanted to pick her brain for free. Well, she spent 10 years learning her knowledge. She spent time working on her job, honing into her craft, and then spent years as an entrepreneur honing and refining it. So it took work for her to get to this point. And so when you mention people blocking you, I've had people block me for less, just because they don't like what I post or they don't like seeing the notification that I'm going live. So people aren't always going to like you. They don't understand you. They can't relate. And that's fine. You have to focus on the people who can relate to you. You have to focus on the people who do understand you. But most importantly, you have to focus on yourself. You are going to be your own biggest fan. You are going to be the person that is going to appreciate all that you've been through. You're the only one that's going to understand what you have struggled with and what your accomplishments are. I am a serial student. I love going to school to learn. People don't understand it because they're like, well, why do you keep going to school? Like, what else can you learn? Because I can give you a list of stuff. I have gone to real estate school to learn a real estate business. I passed the test there. I just never went to go to do the state exam. I went to hair school. So I know a little bit about cosmetology and face. So I'm a little critical when I go, see my stylist, when I go get facials and things like that, because I know the chemistry of what makes my skin and hair pop. Same thing with makeup. I used to do makeup. And so I'm always very critical when I go see makeup artists, because not everybody can be the face now. They can put some on there, but not everybody can make it a craft, make it an art. I'm self-taught when it comes to arts and crafts because it's a hobby of mine that helps me relax. And so sometimes I'm critical of stuff that I purchase because um, I'm like, well, I can do that with no issue. But I like to support other people's businesses. I'm very picky about books that I read. I'm an avid reader. So there's things that you're always going to be critical about. Again, people are not going to always support you, love you where you are. People aren't always going to be kind to you. People who you thought would support you are not going to support you. People who thought that they would be excited that you're moving into the next phase of whether it's your professional life, getting that promotion that you've been working so hard for, or entrepreneurship, finally getting your big break. People are not always going to support that. And so the best thing you can do to avoid them breaking your spirit down is to continue to be your own biggest fan, is to continue to love yourself where you are and applaud yourself. I have a saying, you should applaud yourself for every small step that you take. If you're depressed and you finally decide that you want to get out of the bed, okay, give yourself a pat on the back, because some people who are depressed will stay in the bed for 6 months. Say you lost 5 pounds on the scale. It may be water weight, but that's 5 pounds you don't have to lug around. So applaud yourself for getting that water weight off. It's not always as easy as people like to assume. Say you decided to take a small step and go get certified in something. Well, it probably took you months or years to finally go ahead and get certified or licensed in the thing that you love to do the most. You took the first step to start your business. Yeah, all you have to do is go online and do an EIN, but that's a big step. You know, you have to come up with a business name. That's a big step. So we applaud you for that. You have to start celebrating yourself. And so again, my One Wellness Wednesday tip is to be kind to yourself today and for the rest of the week. And so I want you to take 5 minutes in your routine, whether it's in the morning, because I used to do it in the mornings on the way to work. I do it at night now, but I would get in the mirror and I would pep talk myself like, girl, you got this today. No one's going to take away your joy. Nobody's going to steal your shine. You're going to help as many clients as you can help. I had a program manager that used to just nitpick because I was the youngest Black person in the office. And I was very good at my job. And he hated that. He definitely knew I could go for his job because I had a master's degree. And so he found every which way he could think of to try to torment me. But it frustrated him because he couldn't beat me. And eventually he got kicked out of there. He was forced into retirement. So you have to pep talk yourself every day. You have to tell yourself, I'm smart. I don't care what somebody else knows more than me. I'm still smart. I'm capable. I'm beautiful today. Whether or not your hair is sticking up on the right side of your head, whether or not you have a pimple on your nose, you are beautiful where you are. Thank you. You have to tell yourself, I look good today. You don't have to think I look good. Your good is extra. But I look good in what I have on today. Whether that's a t-shirt and some sweatpants, or you decided to just be courageous and put on an outfit or a dress that you didn't think that you would fit well in. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself and uplift yourself. So I want you to look in the mirror either in the morning naked or at night naked, and I want you to point out one nice thing you like about yourself. It doesn't even have to be a physical thing. It could be something mental. You can look in yourself naked and say, hey, look, I love how you look today. Your brain is beautiful. Your thinking is beautiful. You got this. Like, I want you to strip down to the raw so that you can be authentic with yourself. So it doesn't always have to be physical. It can be something mental. It could be an emotional accomplishment. Today I didn't cry. Today Susie said something to me and I didn't break down and have a fit. Today my boyfriend said what he was going to say to me and it didn't affect me anymore. So you have to start applauding yourself for making these small steps. That is the first stage in being empowered, being inspired to keep going. That is your first defense against fighting through depression. That is your first defense from doing stuff that's out of character. Loving yourself first is not selfish. We have to stop thinking we're being selfish for loving yourself first. We have a tendency to put other people in front of us, and that's not fair. We never leave anything else for ourselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So I want you to start speaking life into yourself so that you can renew yourself, you can rejuvenate yourself, and speak life into yourself and self-love. Then you can start sharing yourself with other people. But if you don't speak life into yourself, if you don't love yourself first, how can you expect to help other people? How can you expect to pour life into them when you don't have anything left to give to yourself? You can't do that. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You will burn out quickly. And that leads to depression. That leads to anger, emotional issues. That leads to you wanting to give up on yourself. And in this season, we aren't doing that. We are empowered to keep going. So that's my wellness tip for today. Again, we're going to go live on Wednesdays at noon or around noon. So turn on your post notifications. Make sure you are following me. We will resume our Let's Chat Thursdays on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. where we will be talking about whatever topic I can come up with. But if you do have a topic you would like for me to discuss, slide into my DMs and I will take a look at it. If you want to join me on a live one day, I do have a link in my bio. You can make an appointment. We can discuss a topic. I want to talk with you. Let's, share this platform and spread some good information. My class, the Unlock Your Purpose Mastermind course, kicks off tonight at 7 p.m. I do have 2 more seats available at a discounted price. So if you are interested, thank you. If you are interested, just slide into my DMs and put 313 and I will give you the discounted link for the mastermind course. I do have something major that I am cooking up for the month of May. And so stay tuned for information if you are in the local Michigan area. I still have a few Healing Through Vulnerability journals left. I'm discounting it down to $10 just until Friday. I'm trying to sell out what's in stock, so I'm going to sell out what's in stock. And then we have a new journal coming soon. So if you have joined the course, you'll get a free digital copy of that. So you'll get a free sneak peek. You'll also get a free copy of the self-love guide. So you'll get a free sneak peek of that as well. Those are subject to be scheduled to be launched in May. When I make my big announcement closer to the beginning of April, what Healing Through Vulnerability has planned next. If you haven't checked out Uplift Family Service, I'm speaking and I'm not opening my mouth, so just excuse me. I'm getting over being sick really bad. If you haven't checked out Uplift Family Services podcast, I was a guest on the podcast last week. They are picking up with the men on the trauma-based series this week, so I know it's bad. So make sure you're following them. They do the podcast every Thursday at 2 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I have things to do. It's only 12 o'clock. And I have some big announcements that I am working on. So I hope you are enjoying the rest of your Wednesday. Make sure you're drinking your water. I'm headed to go get mine. Make sure you're minding your business. That's what I'm about to go do for me. But if you just want to chit chat with me, go ahead and slide into my DMs and we'll set up a time for a empowerment chat. I want to meet you all. I want to get to know you. I want to talk to you. I'm not one of those people that get online and don't want to be bothered. I'm not an influencer. I'm just here to inspire and encourage and uplift you. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Like I always like to say, if you are feeling that you are not worthy, sis, I'm telling you, you are worth your weight in gold and so much more. If you are not feeling like you are enough, sis, I'm telling you, you are more than enough. If you are not feeling love, sis, I love you and I don't even know you, but I love you. And someone needs you here to share your testimony and your story. Your story is going to help the next woman, so we need you around to be able to do that. I want you to stay inspired, stay encouraged. I want you to be kind to yourself today. Say something nice to yourself today. I want you to love on yourself and do one nice self thing. I know my brand is strictly for women. I haven't opened it up to the bros yet because I don't know how to help you all just yet. I've been getting that question a lot, that a lot of men want healing through vulnerability to open up to them. And I haven't figured out the best way to be able to do that yet. But we're working on it. So one day we'll figure out a good way to incorporate both. I'm one person, so I'm sticking straight with the sisters right now. But you want us to be healed. So we got to work on the inside of us. But my information and my platform is open to all. I do not gatekeep. You're welcome to purchase a journal as well. It's not gender specific at all. But some of the stuff I do is right now it's just for the sisters until I can maybe collaborate with the man to be able to help both, right? So I don't want to say something that you all can't relate to, but I can relate to my sisters on many levels. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and get on out of here, bro. If you're feeling like you're not enough, you are enough. If you're feeling like you're not worth your weight in gold, you are worth your weight in gold. And I don't even know you, brother, but I love you and I hope you have a great day. So you all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm out of here. I will see you all tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. If you all are able to go on live 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Miss Mogul Maker and Miss Megan Adarele, I think I said her name right, we'll be going live to continue on the basics of making, thank you, a second stream of income. So you make sure you check them out. They drop jewels every single night. But you all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Like I like to always say, happy healing.